It's Linda here from Homely Lass, and I've got Victoria with me, and we're going to be chatting about how Victoria learned to crochet and all kinds of things around that. So, tell us a little bit about yourself first.
Hi, I'm Victoria, but my friends call me Vicky, or know me on the internet. I'm Queen VK, which was my nickname back in high school.
Cute.
I'm not ready to change the brand just yet.
So, what do you prefer to be called?
Vicky.
Vicky. Okay, cool, Vicky.
Okay, so I found out a few years ago that I have Asperger's syndrome, which was the late diagnosis for me was a blessing in disguise. I found out so much about how I interact with the world around me and why I really like repetitive movements and just doing the same thing over and over. Brought me into crochet. I really, really love just sitting down and doing a good repeating pattern. You end up making a gorgeous blanket or a pillow or a little headscarf. So that brings me to my first pieces that I've made.
Maybe just before we go on to that, for anyone that's watching that doesn't know what Asperger's syndrome is, can you give us a little quick kind of explanation?
Sure. It's actually properly known as autism disorder without intellectual disability. So we don't use the word Asperger's anymore. That's the old term. So it's actually ASD. So I'm on the spectrum, autism spectrum disorder, and there's a massive symptoms that all different people on the spectrum will have. So not everyone might like the repetitiveness of crochet, but I definitely do. That is one thing I love.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, tell us about your gorgeous headscarf. I love it.
Okay, well, start crocheting for a very long time, and I finally got the courage to ask my mother-in-law for some tips on how to crochet, because I'd looked at a few YouTube videos and I found that the difficulty with watching YouTube videos was that I didn't have anyone to correct my technique if I'd been making any mistakes. So I'd be getting confused, wrapping the yarn around the wrong way, and I didn't know why I wasn't making nice, neat stitches, or I didn't know why my stitches weren't all consistently even the same size, because I'd been wrapping it around one way, wrapping the yarn around the other way. No one told me you weren't supposed to do that. So eventually, when I got the hang of it, I started practicing, and I wanted to make a really, really simple pattern. So I found this pattern online, just a repeating pattern, really short, made a rectangle, sewed it together, added a button. I was chuffed. I was so pleased with myself.
So you should be.
It's a bit big for my head and it slips down a bit, but who cares? I made it myself.
And that's exactly right. And it's the joy and the accomplishment of making something that makes it so special.
100%. Oh, I love to have a craft afternoon, just unwind and make something. You sit, you relax, and you accomplish something at the end of it.
Yeah, it feels really good.
So rewarding. Now, so the other thing I wanted to make, one of my first things I wanted to make, I always wanted one of those beanies with the hole in the top where you could wear a bun.
Yep.
And I didn't want to fork out, 30 bucks to buy one. So I thought, oh, I've got this yarn, I've got a crochet hook. So I made one myself.
Oh, cool.
And there are so many free patterns online and helpful tutorials out there. It's just all you need is a bit of yarn and a crochet hook, and away you go.
Nice. And is your little cardigan crocheted as well?
Yes. So after I'd felt the accomplishment of making a hat that actually fit my head, I decided to branch out into more clothes. So I found another free pattern online, and it's just another repeating pattern. But what really was daunting about it for me was trying sleeves and try to get that the right size. But the pattern made it so easy. It was just a diamond shape that you squares, and I thought, oh, I can do this.
Nice. So what are you making any crocheting anything at present?
Actually, yes, my current, let me show you what I'm working on at the moment. I'm in the middle of making a cute little bee.
Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous.
And
It's even got little pink cheeks.
I know. So I found out that all bees are female. The male ones are the ones that they don't do any work. They're just there for mating, and they kind of just die off. So all the bees that you see working are all female. So I've got little rosy cheeks on all my bees.
Cute.
So yeah, my friend, great granddaughter, has that's just a bit mind blowing. Great granddaughter, it's just she's already got a few bees off me, so I'm making another one for her. She's creating a mobile, and the bees for the baby with I think she wants to put some clear fishing lines so it looks like they're actually floating above the baby's pot. What a sweet idea.
That is, that's gorgeous. And just, yeah, happy and cheery and yep.
I love bees.
Yes, yes. So if you were talking to somebody and they were either like thinking about learning to crochet or just about to start or just starting, what would your top tip be? Your number one piece of advice?
Number one, your resources from multiple platforms, multiple media. Do the YouTube videos, read the diagrams on different blogs, and go to your newsagents and get a crochet magazine, because they've got at the back there's always a how to crochet section, and they've got really clear, simple instructions, because that 100% is what I use to learn. The magazines that I bought from my local newsagents, and magazines that give you a free hook or a free stitch marker, because it will come in so handy down the track.
And that's a really good way to build your tool library too.
That's what I've been doing. Been getting all my bits and pieces. I love a freebie.
And I suppose, do you have a favorite crochet magazine?
Oh, look, I just go for whatever has the best freebie on the rack. The best on the rack, a good range of patterns inside, and also because the magazines are seasonal, some of the UK ones, they'll be doing the winter patterns, it'll be in the middle of summer, but they'll go on sale, and patterns for winter and that. So I just keep going back, just go back to the newsagents.
I must admit, I do the same thing. I love just popping in and going, oh, is there anything new?
Every time I walk past.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for talking with us today. It's been absolutely fascinating and sharing your crochet story and your advice. It's interesting and definitely will be very helpful.
I forgot to show you my first homely lass.
Oh, yeah. Nice. It's a spring headscarf.
Exactly. It's perfect. It's kind of perfect for today. And with the leftover yarn, I made my mum one. And then I made a little pom-pom pot plant.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh my goodness, that's gorgeous.
I used your pom-pom tutorial and bought one of the giant pom-pom makers.
So cute. And now your head matches your pom-pom plant. A pom-pom plant. That's
I made a range of them.
oh, gorgeous. Oh, well, thank you for sharing all that with us. And we'll talk to you again another day.
Yes, please. Oh, if you want to have a look at my YouTube tutorials, I've done some tutorials for absolute beginners to try to explain slowly, like to correct your technique. So like I said, if your YouTube tutorial isn't telling you what kind of mistakes you can make, then you don't know what mistakes you are making. So I've got some tutorials that explain slowly how to do different stitches and that. So look me up, Queen VK with 3 E's if you like.
And so you're sharing what you've learned, like kind of your learnings while you've been crocheting.
Yeah, from my crochet tutorial journey, from my journey, I found lacking what I found online. Took that and tried to adapt it for something, a resource for absolute beginners, just to pick up a hook, just to get one of those free hooks from the newsagents magazine, get some yarn, and then what do you do now? That kind of thing.
That's fantastic. So that was, tell us what your YouTube handle is again.
At Queen VK, Queen with 3 E's in it, so it's easy to find.
Cool. Lovely. Thank you. We will talk to you again another day.
Thanks